The recent 5 CPA changes to the medication review programs have had a significant impact on pharmacies and accredited pharmacists engaging professional services. The additional administrative overheads associated with the new rules have also added to the burden, significantly increasing the costs of doing business. Luckily, the Medscope team has reacted quickly to the new working environment and have upgraded Medication Review Mentor with a number of automated administration management features which at least will eliminate the additional overhead costs. These features have been added to Medication Review Mentor as part of the support program and are now available to all Medscope subscribers. Many HMR pharmacists have opted to collaborate or employ other accredited pharmacists as separate service providers to try and manage their commitments that result in them surpassing the monthly HMR cap. Managing HMRs across multiple pharmacists may sound like an administrative nightmare, but it can be implemented very easily in MRM without risking your business security or integrity. MRM maintains inbuilt walls between sub-accounts that ensures your business remains protected. I'll now create a new sub-account. The key features here is that account type must be pharmacist, and we recommend that invoicing, the address book and follow-ups are blocked from the new sub-account. It's also important to set the access rights to limit to referrals created by user. This means the account will only be able to access those referrals that they create themselves or those that are allocated to them by the administrator. The admin figure is what you'll be charging the contractor per referral for admin, claiming and for your finder's fee. You'll see later that MRM automatically generates the invoices for sub-accounts based on this figure. You can leave this figure as 0 if it doesn't apply. Once a sub-account has been created, the new pharmacist must log in and set their MRN and APRA numbers. If these settings are not completed, MRM will not recognise the pharmacist as being accredited and will automatically initiate the prior approval process for any referrals allocated to them. Equally important, the contractor's service provider details must be completed. MRM will treat any sub-account with a service provider number as a separate claiming entity. MRM will maintain separate HMR statistics for the sub-account and will automatically split referrals completed by them to a separate claim sheet. If no service provider number is specified, MRM will combine the sub-account's activity with the primary admin account as a single service provider. I've logged back into MRM as the primary account holder. MRM Cap Manager helps you track HMR quotas across your sub-accounts and pharmacies and warns you if a new referral is unlikely to be serviced within its 3-month life if the capacity is maxed out. The Cap Manager details the count of scheduled HMRs for the next 3 months based on the HMR service date, which is the date of the interview. New refers to the number of HMRs allocated to the account holder that have not yet been scheduled for interview, that is, the service date is unknown. The count turns orange when it hits 18 and red when the cap of 20 is reached. The cap statistics are dynamic and reflect the selected account. It's worth noting that in our example, Joe does not have a separate service provider number, so any referrals allocated to Joe are counted towards George's cap statistics. Both Joe and George's figures are the same as they both claim under a single service provider. CAP management becomes harder for indirect referrals, as both the pharmacy and accredited pharmacist must be under the quota. MRM helps by counting indirect referrals claimable by the pharmacy as well. Of course, MRM can only count indirect referrals processed by MRM, and this number does not include other HMRs that the pharmacy may have allocated to other pharmacists. The allocation of an HMR to a sub-account is set when the referral is created, but it can be changed up until the HMR has completed the report stage. Interview scheduling is particularly important as the claim quota is based on the interview date. If we try to schedule an interview within a calendar month that has already reached quota, MRM will fire a warning. In this scenario, we can either schedule the interview in the following month or allocate it to our newly accredited sub-account who is well within quota for the month. Before we wrap up the demonstration of CAP management within MRM, it's worth highlighting the addition of a new report. Click on the print icon to display a snapshot of the HMR allocation by service provider. This little report is very useful in helping you manage your HMR quotas. Medscope has updated the claiming and invoice management modules within MRM to comply with the new 5 CPA rules. The main changes being all claims must be lodged within 30 days of the service, and HMR and RMMR claims must be lodged online by the 5 CPA portal using the XML sheet templates. In addition, the currency of an HMR or RMMR collaborative referral have been reduced to 3 months. MRM displays a countdown clock to help you track expiring referrals and days to claim. We also automatically send you an email alert if a referral's days left to claim falls below 7 days. We'll demonstrate claiming direct HMRs, indirect HMRs and RMMRs using this sample data set. The first 3 cases represent direct HMRs, the first 2 of which were allocated to AG, while the third was completed by GG. Both these pharmacists are registered as separate service providers. Firstly, an HMR cannot be claimed until it is completed. The date sent to GP and recommendations to GP are new fields, the contents of which are required on the claim forms. I can claim all of my direct HMRs in one click. Check the period, eyeball the HMRs to make sure they're all accounted for, and click on the download claim button. MRM automatically splits the HMRs by service provider and generates a separate claim transaction for each. You don't have to filter your HMRs by pharmacist, MRM does it all for you. Click on the Excel icon to download the pre-filled claim template. Check it and save it to your computer to be uploaded to the portal. Notice that MRM names the file by the service provider name, making it easy for you to identify which claim form needs to be uploaded for each 5 CPA login. Your next step is to invoice the service provider. These are based on the fees that we set up when the sub-account was created. And that's your end of month claiming paperwork done. You can see how MRM has literally reduced your claiming administration just down to a couple of clicks. The handling of indirect HMR claims is similar. except MRM manages referral by pharmacy instead of by service provider. When we click on the Invoice button, MRM will split the selected HMRs by pharmacy and automatically generate an invoice for each. Along with the invoice, you can also download the pharmacy-specific claim sheet, again by clicking on the Excel icon, and then attach it to your invoice. The pharmacy can use the form you provide to do their claiming. I have marked the claims that we have lodged so far as paid, so when I return to the referral manager, I can see all of the sample HMRs that have been archived, just leaving the RMMRs. The process of claiming RMMR is similar to HMRs, except that Medication Review Mentor will split the reviews by facility, generating a pre-filled claim form for each. And that wraps up this demonstration video. If you have any queries, please contact Medscope or view the other MRM videos from YouTube or from our website.